Okay, so let's go back. I will show you how to list items to Connect Orange or CO. And okay, once you log in to the system, just click the three dash here, and then go to listings, and then list Amazon products. Okay, let me get one example here. Toys. Okay. Okay. So let's put the ASIN here. Not the item ID, but ASIN. Because we're listing items to Amazon or Amazon Seller Central. So probably when there will be a store here like Walmart or Walmart Seller Central, then probably we have to put the item ID right here. But in this case, we're listing to Amazon Seller Central. We will put the ASIN. But for right now, Walmart Seller Central, I think items from Walmart Seller Central still not active. So we can list only to Amazon for now. Okay, we'll get the ASIN. We'll add the ASIN and then click next. Okay, it shows here ASIN is already listed. This is just an example. So we will know that if the ASIN is already listed, you will get this message right here. So we will know that the ASIN is already listed in the system. So this is good so that we can avoid duplicate ASINs. I'm not really sure with SKUs if they can identify duplicate SKUs or SKUs that are already listed. But for the ASIN, case for the ASIN, we will know that the ASIN is already listed. Okay, so we'll just proceed. This is just an example, and then we will put here the supplier URL, Walmart, and this is the supplier URL. Okay, so in this case, it's asking for the supplier URL because this item is already listed. So by default, it won't ask like this. If there's an if there's a variation, it will show you the list, a drop down list of variations right here. I think it's right here, and then we will choose which variant we will list. And then in the case of Walmart and I think HD, they're able to scrape the source price immediately. So if we check here, the same. So we don't have to put the source price anymore. The supplier shipping, um, most of the time it will give you the supplier shipping, but in this case doesn't have, so we'll just put 0, which is more than 35. And here, this I think by default it will put the competitor's price here. We will add here our price. Let's go to our spreadsheet. Fifth. So this is not really competitive. It has Amazon and we're on fifth place. But we'll try. We'll try to list this item. We'll never know. We'll never know the fluctuations. We'll never know if the other sellers will go out of stock. So we'll just try. The item is saleable. It has good BSR. So we'll just try for this item. So our listing price here is 117.63. put here on the profit price field. Mm-hmm. So let me just find another ASIN that is still not
Okay, published. Yeah,
yeah,
maybe it'll look different.
it's
Mm-hmm.
different here. It shows different page. Okay. Toys. Let's find toys. What else? Okay. We'll check the retailer. Oh, I have to choose a category first. So I'll find a category. We're on toys. Toys, toys. Toys for kids. Okay, let's try this one. So shipped by Walmart, 14.99. Let's find the ASIN. $40.99. Let's look for a match in Amazon. So what we have here. So I think it's competitive. Yeah, the same.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too. Wow.
Okay, let's check the price. I'll just hide this one. Okay. My computer's very slow because I'm opening Skype and then I'm opening this QuickTime.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's why it's very slow.
Okay.
Then our price 28.71. Let's check the competitor's price.
Yeah, I think it was like, what, 36
36.
$36. Wow.
Yeah. Let me change this one. Deliver to Dallas. Let's see. Ego. Let's check Ego if it's saleable. Ah, there is 26.78. So I think we're on second place. Let me check the price.
Okay.
Our price is 28.71. So we're in fourth place.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth
But that
place.
cheap one, I think it said it only had one more in stock, didn't it? The
Yeah.
lowest one in the buy box?
Yes. One.
Didn't it just say it? Yeah, that one. I thought it said it only had one left in stock, but maybe not. Maybe it had more.
Free shipping. Free shipping. So we're in fourth place. Let me check the ASIN. Oh, it's saleable. 200 sales per month.
Okay.
Okay. So let's try to. Okay. I will check for. What do you call this? I'll check if it's restricted or not. Because most of our
Okay.
items skate in TP2 were still restricted.
Yeah.
Mostly
Yeah.
toys and our Christmas items also yesterday have so many there are so many restrictions.
Well, it's because we're that account's so young.
Yeah.
We haven't, grown a lot and everything. We've got to do that first.
Okay, let me check if this is approved. Oh, I'll have to request approval first.
Okay. Yeah, make sure it's new. That's the thing.
Okay, we're in the fourth place. 28, 2, 3. Yeah, fourth place.
Okay. Okay.
The problem is if we approve, we're not approved. So
Okay.
what am I doing first? Usually I check first if it's approved or not. So
Uh-huh.
that's the first thing I would do if I find an ASIN
Yeah.
before anything else,
Yeah.
so that I won't waste my time on checking on,
Try.
yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
checking
All
on
the other stuff.
everything
I
else.
agree with you there. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so toys are really good, but then also all the Christmas stuff and those things, usually Christmas things like the
yeah,
Christmas trees, the wreaths, things like that, they usually don't have to have approval. But I know toys really, really do.
yeah, yeah. Christmas items also, for in Christmas items in the category, I think,
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what's that category. Inflatable. The inflatable. We have a
Oh,
lot of
oh,
restrictions there
okay,
also.
okay.
So in case let's say for example I already checked this one. I applied due
Mm-hmm.
diligence for this item. So everything is let's say this is approved and everything is the same. So uh, for the sake of trading, I will just continue even if it's we're not approved this item.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
I will just show you the
Just to
process.
show it. Okay.
Okay, so put first the ASIN right here. It's part of the restricted list.
Right now, that restricted list is the one that they have out
Yeah,
there um, in that spreadsheet.
right.
And it doesn't always mean that you in particular are restricted, because I know in our other account that we had, Tippy Paws 1,
Yeah,
we weren't restricted in hardly anything. So it's just going to be a matter of us getting, to that point
yeah.
to where we aren't restricted at all either. But anyway, just for, learning's sake, we can go ahead and see if we can do
Okay.
this.
So even if it's restricted in the system, you can still proceed with clicking OK, as long as
Yes,
it
uh-huh.
is not restricted on our list, because we have our own list. As long as it is not there, so we can continue.
Right, and we may want to change that list out that they have, their list, and
Yeah,
take out the ones that we already know that we're not restricted in, and add others that we're actually non-restricted to.
right. Okay, that's right, Miss Kate. So I think this brand is not restricted because it's not showing here. It should be colored yellow or green if it's restricted because it will be added in our um, uh, pearls extensions right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So yeah, just right here, just like this one VTech, it's colored
Mm-hmm.
yellow. So
Okay. Okay.
okay, let's add then the supplier URL. Uh, okay, so you see the source price and the shipping. It's already populated on the system.
Oh, that's good.
This will happen usually for Walmart and Home Depot. I'm not sure with other suppliers yet. I've tried Vitacost, but it's not populating the source price in this
It
page.
will. It will eventually. If you remember that little thing, a post I sent you today, it's
Yeah,
Walmart and Home Depot that they're doing, but later they're going to do all of them, so we won't have to worry about or putting in the price and the shipping ourselves.
right. Yeah, so for right
Cool.
now, for other suppliers, we'll have to put it manually. But unlike Walmart and Home Depot, it's already populated automatically. But we still have to check our calculator, especially for the shipping. Especially for Home
Okay.
Depot, we should check the shipping, the correct shipping. We can't rely everything on the system because sometimes the system will populate a different supplier shipping and or the supplier price. Okay,
Okay.
so we will put our price here. This is usually the competitor's price. So this one. So if you see here, we're in the fourth place. We're getting 252 in the fourth place. Let's see our calculator. Oh, Walmart. I'm moving to Walmart. Our price is 28.71. In order for us to get the $3 minimum profit. Okay. So usually there is a difference with the computation of AS or CO. Usually there's a difference. If there is no shipping, our calculations are the same, exactly the same with econ, the same with the form. But if there is a supply shipping, there's a difference. I think what CO did, there's a little mistake on their calculation, their computation. I think the shipping they added the shipping before or after the tax
Uh-huh.
instead of before the tax. So if they added
Okay.
they added it before the tax, then it will also be calculated with the tax, right?
Oh, well,
Yeah,
you should probably point that out to them that there's that
yeah,
mistake, and then show them exactly how it is because it's not right. There's like you said, it's just the calculation is not correct.
yeah. But if there's no shipping, then there's no problem because they only did a mistake on the shipping side. Instead
Okay.
of adding it after the tax, before the tax, so that the shipping will also be calculated, they added it before after the tax. So that's a
Okay.
difference of a bigger profit percentage, profit margin.
Yeah, I would put in a support ticket and let them know that the difference
Yeah,
between when we don't have to put in shipping versus when we do, and that the calculation is not correct, and then point out exactly what it is. They'll probably be most appreciative of you doing that. If they try and steal you away from me, I'm going to have a big thing with Bill.
yeah.
uh,
I remember the previous AS arbitrage witness Kate.
hmm
We had the same computation, or they had the same
Okay.
computation in ecom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if we can't get it correct then with them, and just let them know why we think it's incorrect now.
Okay. So we'll proceed.
Uh-huh.
We need to click advanced settings because we need to edit the details here. The SKU, we need to put the SKU, quantity multiplier if it is a bundle quantity, or if it is a multi-pack. The source or the sourcer or the one who sourced the item, it's automatically being your name if you're logged into your account. And SKU, we'll put the SKU here. Okay. I'll search for the SKU if it's already. So here I put the SKU here. If it says false, then it's still not listed. So
Okay.
to avoid duplicates, okay. Walmart, and copy the item ID. Okay. So it says false, so it's still not listed. So the SKU
Okay.
is good to go. So we'll try a SKU that is already listed. Let's see if it's showing here true.
hmm
You see it says true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. That one's not listed yet. Then that's good.
just to avoid duplicate SKUs because we may list multiple items in one source, and that is very
Uh-huh.
possible. You can list multiple ASINs in one source, so we have to check the
Mhm.
SKU also.
Yeah. Yeah. Be careful.
Okay, so this one product group, we will put this here Walmart.
Mhm.
Sourcing tools, Connect Orange, default strategy. We set a $3 minimum profit. So another thing is we need to I think request Bill to
Mhm.
maybe give us an option to apply multiple strategies.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
I thought you could do that.
yes, in Inform we can do that in Inform, but here if we put a strategy, it will apply to all items. So my thinking is if Bill can add more filters, let's say we can filter price ranges. Let's say for
Okay.
items more than $90, we can apply different strategy for those items. So I'm
Mm,
looking at the
okay.
system right now. Still can find an option like that. So probably, so I mean, we may ask Bill to if it's possible to have an option like that so that we can apply.
Yeah. Put in a sport ticket and ask them if you could have multiple strategies. Because I thought for sure they said that maybe it's something that's coming in the future, but definitely ask them now and then see if they have a way. And if they say yes, then tell us how do we need to do that.
Yeah.
And then also tell them the same thing what you're telling me, which is we'd like to have it based on price range.
Yes.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. By the way, they have an option for multiple strategies already. We can do multiple strategies, but we wanted a price range. We
Uh
wanted
huh.
to have a filter on price ranges so that we can apply
Okay.
those in those multiple strategies and those price ranges.
Yeah, yeah, I would definitely suggest that to them, and because we're in a sense, I feel like we're their beta testers, because we're finding all kinds of things that they didn't know that we could do or they could do or we would like to do that kind of stuff. So, yeah, this is really nice.
Okay. So uh, let's continue. Repricing. Yeah. By default, it is checked, and we should check this one so that it will go directly to the price strategy that we chose or we choose,
Mhm.
and also
Mhm.
the
Now, on
sourcing.
that product group, before you get off this page, go back and click on the product group.
This one.
Yeah. So, are we going to have something like toys? Remember we talked about Christmas, like Walmart Dash Christmas,
Okay.
Walmart Dash toys or something like that, to where we can go back and remove all those things out of the inventory, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we can do that, but there's an easier way to do that, Miss Kate,
Oh, okay.
in the seller central.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine then.
But we
That's
can
fine.
we can also do that.
Well, I don't
Let me
want it to
see.
be, if it's simpler and you already know how to do it over in Seller Central, then that's fine. We had just talked about it before, about doing it here in OC.
Okay. Uh, my thinking is we will do the filter first, or we will group our items first by suppliers,
Mhm. Mhm.
because the purpose is that so that um, we can fine tune the repricing or the strategy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, that's smart
So maybe
thinking.
we can do
Okay.
that later. Maybe we can do that later. We can group them. We can have multiple groups, or maybe let's say
Mhm.
if we have group them to Walmart and then group them to a certain strategy also, a
Mhm.
price range,
Mhm.
I think.
Okay.
So maybe we can do that.
Okay. Yeah, we're just trying to get up and running right now and making sure everything's running smoothly, but all these things we'll just keep in the back of our minds, the extra repricing and different things like that we want to do for the future. We just got to get everything steady and stable right now because it's already, the orders have already started to come in. We had, what, 87 Saturday? So that's a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So after checking SKU, We check everything to make sure the price is correct. Quantity by default is 10. Handling time by default is 4. We need to check this one. Quantity multiplier. This is the bundle quantity. So we have to check this over and over again, for especially for items that are multi-pack.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to check this one. Okay, the SKU, in stock, and then the strategy, the product group, and sourcing tool. This is by default Connect Orange only. And this one
Right.
also direct listed. If you want to list it directly and upload it directly to Amazon Seller Central, then you have to check this one. But
Okay.
if for training purposes, for let's say for listers that are under training, they
Mm-hmm.
can uncheck this this checkbox right here, and
Let you review
yeah,
it.
and someone can review it later.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, also, I think for when I was setting up the accounts, I think I went in there, and except for you and Tanette, that they could not do direct listing. It has to go through you. And I'm pretty sure I did that for everybody, including myself, so that, we don't just go out there and put things on Amazon or Walmart already. And it's like, oops, that's not what we meant to do. So you all will have to check those listings.
so you mean, Miss Kate, in the case of Tonette, she doesn't have this box right here, or this checkbox right here?
No, she should have it. You and Tanette both should have that, the direct listed thing. But for all the other people, they can't direct list it. It's blank. In fact, I don't even think they have a box there,
Ah, okay.
because when I was setting up their accounts, I said, no, we don't want, Chick and Anthony to be direct listing listers. They need to go through you, so you have to approve those settings or approve the products they have. You have to approve them, and then you can click the box that said go ahead and list it. They can't do that.
Okay, okay. Got it, Miss Kate.
Okay.
So if everything's fine, anyway, we're not. I will just not proceed with this one because this is
Right,
not
right.
approved.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. That's true. Okay, okay. Well, that's good. Does that help, Tanette?
Leonette.
Yes, Miss Steve. Okay, good, good. I know it's, a lot of the portions of it today are just about the same as what we did in ecom, but they're just a little bit different. So I think you'll probably pick it up really fast.
Yeah, I think the process here is simpler and quicker.
So, Reggie, did you have anything else that you wanted to show?
What else? The product group is right
Yeah,
here.
the one thing we should probably tell Tanette what we talked about, that we're only listing, what is it, Amazon products, Walmart products.
Ah, okay.
We just had a short list. Tanette, this particular software package has 601 suppliers. 601.
Yeah.
So, I know, it's like, whoa, but we're only going to be doing, Reggie, what did we say? Walmart, Home Depot,
Home Depot.
and Amazon, and
Vitacost.
Vitacost. Is that right?
Yeah.
Bed Bath Beyond. So we need to get that list to her so that she knows exactly, where she needs to be focusing her attention on.
Okay. So we can see here the list of suppliers. Go to suppliers, the suppliers tab. Okay. So we have a lot of suppliers here. uh, I think that if we can find a supplier, one of the suppliers here that are selling, I think we're going to be very very competitive in Amazon and also in Walmart Seller Center. If we can
Right,
find,
right.
because there's a lot of suppliers, 610. If we can find like
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
five suppliers that are selling very well, then it's gonna be we're gonna be very very competitive because if we use Walmart, Home Depot, there are a lot of sellers using those
Right,
merchants.
right. Well, I'm just saying for right now, the issue that I've run into when we were doing some of those other sellers that Ecom had was that their return policy was crap. I'm sorry, that's the best word I could
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Like I was going to order that bike the other day, in which um, the bike was from this seller. It was great. The price was wonderful until I went there to look at their return policy. And if the customer just doesn't like it, they have to ship it back at their own cost. And they also get fined a fee, for doing that and blah, blah, blah. And I thought, oh, we can't do that because any returns that we have is going to be horrible for us. So I decided that, some of these things we just may not want to do some of uh,
Merchants.
new suppliers. But big ones like that pet meds, that 1-800 pet meds, that's a big thing here in the United States. 6 o'clock p.m. I've heard of them already too. So there's a lot of them that Sierra Trading Post, Belks, those are big places. So we shouldn't have as much issues, returning those. But I want to check out some of these 601, suppliers, just because it's there's just that return policy is what kills us.
Right. Okay, and also for Walmart Seller Center, I think we need also to list holiday items and toys also in
Yes,
Walmart
that's
Seller Center.
correct. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. So we just need to be concentrating on doing, I think, a lot of holiday stuff, toys, uh, things like that, where we know we can get the price and quantity done. Home Depot is another one. Just that's why I was thinking those three big ones. And just until we can get organized and we all know what we're doing and this kind of stuff, because once those orders come in, we're going to have 100, 200 a day, orders a day. And we need to be very prepared as best we can.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, great. Well, I think this has been very informative. Tanette, do you have any questions?
None for now, Miss Kate. I will ask Reggie if I have a kind of question.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. Well, I certainly appreciate you doing that, and I'll let you two get back to work, and I can drop off, and if you have more things to talk about, you can just stay on, huh?
Okay,
Okay,
thank you,
Miss
Kate.
Kate.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me
Thank you,
see.
Tanet.
How do I?